Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't. Oh, I don't know if that's loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, how's my audio now? Yeah, I was wondering what was going. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry. What I was saying was, by the way, this isn't recording. I'm just streaming. If I should be recording, I will do that. But but yeah. So awesome. So yeah, what I was saying when there was no audio is this shirt. It's not Suikoden themed because all my shirts that are, for one reason or another, I cannot use. My my summer shirt, I put it on and I saw so many holes in it. Hey, hi Rio. Good to see you. Um, yeah, like that shirt had so many holes in it. And my other one is a winter shirt, and we're in autumn, but in Australia, especially, oh, well, no, I can't say especially, but in Australia, our autumns can get really hot. So I picked this Sonata shirt that I've had for a long time. Yeah, exactly. Well loved shirts, exactly. Um, Yeah, so I feel like the Sonata clan, it feels very Suikodenish, so yeah, that's why I went with that. Now, the reason why this stream is today, of course, the medley. And I'll get that open now, and I'll share my screen with you all. This is a project I've wanted to do for a very long time, but didn't know how I would go about it, to be honest. I'll share my screen. Let's see. How do I, okay, with my video capture device. No, that's video. I need window capture. Hmm. Okay, it's not showing Reaper at the moment. Okay, what I'll just do, I'll see how. Ah. Okay, that's no, that's not what I want to share. Uh, yeah, sorry, still trying to get this figured out. But while we're starting, while we're waiting, what is your favorite? You know what? Because I know we've got some on here who aren't Suikoden fans, so I'll ask you this: what is your favorite? Yeah, soundtrack. Okay, there we go. Sort of. Okay, you should see it very soon because obviously there's a bit of a delay on the stream. It's funny how I put a lot of saturation into my video here. Yeah, okay. So this is what I use. I use Reaper, and I'll show you guys my VST collection. I have a heap of instruments. Some that would have been used for Suikoden, like the JV1080. Where is that? Yeah, here. Opus. This has been used in many East West have been used for a lot of video game soundtracks. But my favorite, one of my favorites, is the XV5080. This is another one by Roland. It's an update on the JV1080. I wish I'd known that before. I'm also a bit of a collecting geek. Like, I love like chip synth MDs, so you get sounds from the Mega Drive. Oh yeah, I love Suikoden. Wait, I was gonna say, I love there was one song from Suikoden Tierkreis's, one of the songs from there. I've only had a chance to listen to it, but like one of the songs, but I loved it. It was really cool. But I don't think I've heard that song. I'll have to give that a listen. Entrance of the Southern Sea. Nice. Yeah, I've got these kinds of sounds. So if we want to go with a 16-bit like Sega and Nintendo sound, I've got all of those. I've also got a bit of sounds that like you'd hear for a Final Fantasy game as well. I've even got a rotary organ, so we could even do some Necklord music. Actually, yeah, I've got the pipe organ. That'd be awesome. So, with all of that said, ooh, that's true. Yeah, Suikoden 4 tends to have really good music. I love the tropical music, especially. It's so relaxing. Now, for this stream, the focus will be on 1 and 2. So trying to make music from 1 and 2. So the question is, we have to decide. So I'm going to ask you all, what is a Suikoden 1 and 2 track? Like, you only have to name one from whichever game you want to mention from. Or you can even mention a few, it doesn't matter. But we'll have to, like, settle on a list. And yeah, that we'll pick a few songs or a few tracks and we'll stitch them together to make, yeah, to make a big, yeah, to make a medley out of it. I'll cover it, then we go and do it. And we also have to pick a style, but first, let us start with, let's start with that, eh? I'll pick, I can even start a poll. Actually, yeah, first, let's pick some songs. And while you guys are, like, deciding what song you want to hear, I'll show you what I can do with Opus. Actually, I'll show you what I've been working on recently, first off. This is something that, let me know if you're able to hear it. Oh. Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I just started it yesterday. That's, yeah, so that's, yeah, I like to put my own style into, I like to put my own style into the songs. And then there's Dandy Richmond, where I just pretty much made it a jazz song the whole way. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get everything set up now. Let's just say. Yeah, there are some. The Mega Drive would probably be a bit too grungy to use, but let's go with the XV5080 for now. Okay. Oh yeah, this is how I always start my process. I put it into record mode, and then I glue it all together. Something I'm very used to doing at this point. Yeah? Ooh, heart softening theme. That's a good one to start off with. Okay, I'm trying to remember how. Okay, I'll just give it a quick listen. I know how it goes, but yeah.
For anyone struggling with...
Oh, come on. Hate ads. Ah yes, a dun 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 dun. Okay, let's go with that then. So, let's see. Okay, so we know it's bum bum bum. Yeah, so we know it's got that kind of depth, and you just like, it's too slow. I don't know if it's 3/4 time. It might be 3/4 time. Let's see. I'll give it one more listen. Yeah, it's... Oh yeah, I'm playing way too fast. What's that? Yeah, it's obviously a lot easier on the piano, when I actually am playing it. But I like composing it because I get a bit more access to certain things. I can't get the tempo right. By the way, is the sound coming out clear for the... Is the sound... Alright, what I'll do... I've got an idea. Okay, what I'll do... I'll mute the audio because don't want you guys just hearing me going on and off with that, trying to get that work. What I'll do is I'll talk to you guys while I'm working on it. You can see my process, and then you can hear how it's sounding when I've made good progress on it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys while I'm working on this. And, yeah. So while we're doing this, I want to ask Sadie, and Cookie. So is there any song from Suikodens 1 and 2 that you want to hear me cover? Just so we've got... let us see. Okay, making progress. Okay, sweet. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, Richmond. I've actually already done the Richmond theme, so maybe, even though I've done Greg Minster in the past, I'd love to do that actually. That can work. Okay, that's a cool suggestion. Let's see. Why is this still slower? Okay, yeah, I think I know what the problem is with how I've done it. I might try it as a 3-4 time kind of. Okay, I think 3-4 times better. No, it is most certainly not. I don't know why it's so... Yeah, unfortunately I think the problem... Okay, the thing is, I can easily play this on piano. On piano, this is not hard for me, but when making it as a like an arrangement, for some reason I'm just really not getting the timing. I haven't had to think about this from a timing perspective. But I wouldn't be sad over that. I'm actually really happy you gave me a tough one. It gets me to think on my toes a bit. Because once I get it, I'll be able to do it properly. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Yeah, I think I know what it is now. Okay, let's see. Hopefully. Yeah, I think I can get away with that. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Okay, now we're making a bit more progress. Okay, I'm getting excited now. Gotta temper my expectations. Yes! Got it! I did it. Woo! Okay. I was a bit anxious there. I'm thinking, don't tell me I can't get this. Okay, I'll show you how it sounds. So far. We have made progress. Okay. Thank goodness for that. And so... Yep, and we start on the 8-second mark. I know it's dun 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 dun. Fortunately, I remember a lot of music. So, okay, and this is what I want to do as well. While we're doing the stream, I want to ask you all like some questions along the way. So, because obviously, just seeing me working on this is probably not the most entertaining thing to see. Okay, let's see. What is your pick for the saddest? Like, okay, the best use of a sad song, like, it's something that you remember it most in whichever Suikoden game you've played because it just really hit you that hard. It combines so well. Like, this song combines so well with what you saw on screen. Hmm. Okay, making a lot of progress actually. So, let's see. Mhm. Okay. Ding, do, 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 ding. Okay, so let's say. It's funny I went down to that. Okay. I should probably, let's say, I can share something else for you all as well. Let's say, I feel like we should be able to add in a game of sorts here. Okay, I've got an idea. Ooh, Reminiscence. Yeah, I love Reminiscence. Reminiscence is such a hard hitting song. Um, I think Reminiscence. It's got such a like a wide array. It's got such a wide range of appeal to it. It's got that sadness to it, but it's also like a good form of reflectiveness and makes a person feel nostalgic. So yeah, I can definitely understand Reminiscence being a very popular one. How about what do you all think of? Actually, I'll make a poll out of this. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Oh yeah, Moonlit Night. That's beautiful. I think Suikoden 4 did a great job of that one actually. I was listening to it the other night and wow, I thought it was amazing how it sounded. In that one it's called Moonless Night. So far, Nanami is in the lead. I wonder if there's a way to know how many people have done... Oh, one vote so far. Let's make it... Okay. Yeah, I think this... Oh, I think you'll like this one. This is... Let's make the piano something a bit more... Yeah, maybe not that. Oh, Gremio's in... Oh, Gremio. My mate calls him Gremio, so now I call him that. Wow. So far, he is in the lead. If I have to pick... Ooh, but if I don't think I'm allowed to vote on my own thing. Oh well, I would have picked Nanami. Only because, like, I love Gremio. Then again, I do love Gremio. So hard to pick. Both great characters. Okay, now this is actually starting to sound... Yeah, let's tune with that on. Let's see how it's going. Oh! Damn, he has taken a convincing lead. Yeah, I can get it. I can understand why Gremio is so popular. Like, I mean, considering when we're on the last, when we're on the Google Hangout, how everyone was talking about how he's best mom, so yeah, I can imagine, yeah, he'd be very popular for that. For me, I go with Nanami because I just find, like, I've got older sisters, like I also have older brothers, but like Nanami reminds me a lot of my older sisters, and yeah, so I feel a very strong bond with the character. Except I will say, I've never had a problem with my sister's cooking, actually, so that is one massive difference. But playing the remasters without spoiling anything, as this isn't really a spoiler, like, Ryo from Suikoden 2, when you see his Nanami's sweet and sour pork, he goes how it smells good. So, there, he must like she must be at least decent at cooking, and there must just be something she's not as good at. Okay, let's see what you all think of this. Okay. So I'm going for a bit of a mellow vibe. So yeah, exactly. I like yeah, I'm going for something interesting with that. And then we can transition into the Gregminster theme. So let's see. So we want to transition into the Gregminster theme. So let us come up with something. Let us see. How will we go about the Gregminster theme with this? Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've got an idea. So, so I can think of it like that. Okay, I think I'll give the poll 3 more minutes, but then we've already got. Actually, no, I think that's probably it. So the winner of the poll is Granio. Okay, I'll give another poll. Let's see. Another poll. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a stupid one from me here, but let's do this. This is one that I don't really see too many people talking about. Ooh. Also, explain the choice if you want to. We have one vote so far for Suikoden 2 poll. Not hard to see why he is really a cool character. Okay, I think I know how I'll do this. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I get what you mean. Like, Paul Paul was such a cool character in 2. Just the way he like really sticks up for Rio. Like I really like the way he stands up for him. It really feels like he's in his corner. And I know this may be a controversial opinion, but this has always been why, even though I think Rio from Suikoden 2, well, I've always liked his design and his attack animation, and I like how he's so sassy. I don't I wouldn't even say he's my favorite Tenkai because I feel like the cast around him are so good. I feel like that they really drive the story. Like Victor and Flick and Nanami and Joey and Paul and Luca Blight. Hell, even Solon G. Like all these kinds of characters just really make they really make Suikoden 2 feel so alive. And Humphrey, for a guy that doesn't talk much, Humphrey is such an awesome character. Exactly. That's how I feel about Ryo Genkaku. I feel like he just yeah, he's experiencing it's like he's experiencing everyone else's journey, but he happens to be the leader because of his true rune. Does he have personality? Yeah, I think the option, like the fact that they give all that flavor text where he can be like, oh yeah, oh yes, it would be a pleasure to travel with you lovely ladies. Or when he says things like anything like that where you can tell he's just got a lot of sass to him. Like that's something that I do enjoy about his character. But it doesn't really, to me, while it adds to his personality, it doesn't make me feel like he's the driving force of the story. Just that he's a fun kid. And I guess with his design being based on the Monkey King, like at least to a degree, it kinda makes sense in a way. But I love, yeah, I guess that's why I've always been more of a T. McDowell kind of guy, or Laszlo. Even T. McDowell though, he's got a bit of flavor text in there, like not flavor text, but how you can tickle Gremio. I didn't do that this time around. Yeah, agreed. And I know it's a controversial opinion, but I've never really been against what Joey did. Like, the only thing I didn't like that Joey did was later in the story. I mean, I don't know if everyone here has played 2, but there are things that Joey does, of course, I don't agree with. But I actually can kind of get Joey's reasoning. I can actually get it. Yeah, like, I feel like there are things Joey does that, yeah, it's not the wisest decisions. But I do think that Joey's got good intentions behind his decisions. And being a kid, I think when you're like 16 years old and you're making decisions that even adults struggle to make, and it's based on something very idealistic, I can get Joey's actions. And if anything, I feel like Joey, for that reason, I actually feel like that's the signs of someone who maybe even, like, be born to be a leader, because he's willing to back himself. Exactly, I don't see him as a villain. I think Joey, he's the kind of character that, you know, that with that life experience. Exactly, I agree. I think he was brave. I think Joey's the kind of character that if he ever, yeah, this is pretty much spoiler territory. I mean, for anyone, if there's anyone who is listening, but it's kind of hard not to say it. I feel like if he got into politics again, okay. Yeah, no, it just was like half saying spoiler warning, but it's so hard, so hard. What do you guys think? Just say it, like, or is it too much of a thing to say? Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, for the next 3 minutes, spoiler warning, so you have been warned. So with Joey, I think as a politician, like him trying to be in that political realm, I know he was the king, but yeah, same as with like it's still political. I think that I think that if he were to get back into politics, he could do a great job as an adult because he would have learnt from past mistakes. And I think with like people who are there to help him out, guide him along the process, maybe people who are a lot more forgiving and give him that chance to redeem himself, I think he'd actually make for a good. I think he would make for a good leader. Like I'd actually prefer him over Rio as a leader because I think he could actually make tough decisions. He just needs people to guide him in that process on how to lead. And he needs a bit more life experience understanding agriculture and economics. You can't just be idealistic. You have to have experience in what goes on in the lives of the people. But when you're 16, how can you know all of these things? Especially when you haven't really had a chance to. And yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Like he was kind of thrust into the situation. Wait one thing.
She obviously is a personal problem. Without, look, she's never happy, really.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how I feel about it. Ryo's not a leader. Like, it's funny because I've got a friend called Ryo on the stream and he's actually from Japan, so that's how you say his name. Bro, I'm not talking about you. uh, actually, my mate Ryo, he's a pretty damn good leader. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, the character, like, I'll just say hero of Suikoden 2. The hero of Suikoden 2, you're right, he's not a leader, and that's fine. I mean, he really was just designed to be a figurehead. And not designed, he was pretty much just meant to be a figurehead character. Like, there are some characters who, I mean, like, I think it's a very believable thing. Actually, funnily enough, it really says a lot about the state of Highland and the state of Dunan or Dunnan, however you say it. Yeah, it's like Jalston and Highland. It shows the state of the two. The fact that they had kid leaders. But on top of having kid leaders, how they worked with their leaders. Like one was willing to treat them more as a figurehead because they know a kid can't lead, whereas the other's like, look kid, you're our only hope. It really does say a lot. I know there's more to it than that. Like one of the kids, like there's, I know I'm past the 3 minutes, so for anyone coming in, like one of the kids obviously is also technically a figurehead, but he does have more power than the other figurehead. Yeah, agreed. That is exactly what it was. The adults weren't warriors, but he was. Like when you've got the bright shield rune, you're a fighter, you've got connections to both sides, you're younger as well, and you've got an optimistic look. You're the... Ha! Exactly. And that's the thing. A lot of people like Joey. Like, I know there are a lot of people that don't like Joey, but a lot of us actually genuinely do. It goes back to that whole point. There are people who are willing to just give it to certain characters. They'll exaggerate. Oh, you know, like I've seen people say, "Oh, I don't get Joey at all." It's like, I mean, it's not that hard to see from his perspective. Just there's a difference between seeing from one's perspective and actually agreeing with their decisions. By the way, yeah, transitioning from the heart-softening theme to Gregminster, well, it's like, there's different time signatures, I'd say, but, oh, maybe not. Let's see. I'm gonna have to think about this. Actually, here's a question. How many of you make music on... how many of you have experience with making music? Yep, the poll finished. Yeah. I'll say this, making music is a lot of fun, but it also is a bit of a strenuous kind of thing. You gotta be very careful, like, to not get ear fatigue. That's why sometimes in the chat I'm actually silent and not even doing anything. I just give myself a few seconds to kind of get back into it. Yeah, art art is a really hard thing to really get into because once you know how it's made, it can actually be a very exhausting process. But I still love it anyway because like I've been doing it since I was a kid. I like playing music at least. Ah, I found a way to merge Gregminster. I did it. I found a way. I love when things come together. Okay. Can I dance? I definitely know how to dance. Funnily enough, I was actually talking to my friends at a party. I was talking to my friend at a meetup, and I was saying how I'm actually one of those guys who doesn't need alcohol to convince me to dance. I'm random like that. I feel terrible because my nephew, who they say he actually does, he looks a lot like me, and he actually even acts like me too, but he's doing it at a much younger age. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I've corrupted the next generation. Like, kid's just like wired as beautiful kid. He's beautiful, but he's so wired, and it's like, oh no, he's become me. Funnily enough, though, all the skills that took me a long time to really build up into, even though he's only 6 years old, he's he's actually already developed a knack for music. He actually does a lot of beatboxing. Like he actually beatboxes and sings at the same time. And it's like, what the heck? That is so cool. And actually, he's a bit more charming, though, I'd say, than I am at talking to people. Like I think with me, it's more like words just come out of my mouth like a million miles a second. But he just has like a great way of talking. So I gotta say, it's one of those things where it's like, so the next generation has surpassed the older generation. So I'm like the old model already at age 33. I think I need a bit of oil already. Yeah, I got this working. Okay, I'll show you now what my current progress is. Okay. Yeah, so I made it. I took the part out of Greg Minster where it's like da 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 da. So I just thought, how would it merge like realistically with it? So that's what I decided to go for. Something that would maybe sound a bit more serene. Let's see what else I can try out with this. Because while I don't mind that sound, I think I can do something a bit different. Ooh, this is better. Yeah, I've really fixed it up a lot more here. So, let's see, if I put this here, how will this sound? Yeah, okay, now we've got something. Okay, I've just, okay, I'll show you what I've got now, because I've just changed up a bit. I'll do some panning as well here. I'll make it a bit more, with a bit more depth to it. So let's put the organ sound here. Piano can be here. Yeah, something I've been learning in sound production is how to pan instruments, like where to place them. Okay, now let's give it a listen. Yeah, and that's what I've got now. So, what I liked about that more is it just sounds more orchestral, something that you'd expect from like you can imagine someone walking through a street in a Suikoden town and they're just going through like this real relaxing walk, like after the war's over or something. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Let's see. What else can I make out of this? So, I'm thinking. Greg Minster, we can still add some more Greg Minster to it. Because Greg Minster is very good on, like, we're going to need this to go for a while. Yeah, okay. So, do 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 do. Oh, and I love how, like, I love the guitar for it, to be honest. Such a cool guitar sound. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's amazing how much one sound change and, like, certain things can. It's amazing what those subtle changes can do. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think what I can do. So here, I know what I can do here then. Okay, I've got it. I'll go like, oh, yep, yep, go right here. Okay, I know what I've got to do here. There we go. Man, and now I'm so excited because it's really coming together now. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, okay, got it. Ah, Horde. Uh, uh, well, it exists. I mean, that's. Yeah, I mean. Hey, good to see ya. And yeah, like with the welcome to the stream. I am doing a medley of Suikoden tracks from 1 and 2. So I'll say this: if you like what you hear, let me tell you, the originals are amazing to listen to. Like the original tracks. well, like, big reason why I got into making music. I love the music from the first two games. Like, I love all, like, I think all of the games have great soundtracks, but 1 and 2 will always have a special place in my heart. Yeah. I've actually got the Japanese original of Tear Cries. I gifted it to my niece because, like, when I went to Japan, I wanted to get the kids gifts, and because I can't fully read Japanese, there was no way I was going to be able to play it like that. Oh yeah, Wild Arms. I'm still technically on Team Wild Arms. I'm just like Suikoden and Wild Arms at the same time. I go for both sides. Like, the original Wild Arms for me, I can't say that I prefer the original Wild Arms over Suikoden 2, but I prefer it over every other Suikoden. Like, for me it goes like Suikoden 2, then Wild Arms. But just because Suikoden 2's got more polish. The polish in Suikoden 2 is just... It's just insane how much polish it has. Like, gameplay-wise, neither of them are, funnily enough, my favourite games gameplay-wise. But story-wise and music, I think they both have really good gameplay. But just they're not my favourites in terms of gameplay. I've played a lot of really good JRPGs, like with great battle systems. But from a story, visual, and music perspective, damn, they're good. Oh, oh yeah, highly recommended. Highly recommended. I'll show you my progress very soon, actually, with the songs I'm working on. I'll give it a listen, the heart-stopping thing. Okay, so that's how the original goes there. Oh, so is my, I don't know if the original was just coming out there. I don't know. Anyway, I'll just get back into... Okay, so I get how they're doing that then. Okay, I think that's cool. Yeah, okay, that can work. Okay. Okay, that works. Yep, there is a remaster, and it is damn good. It is really good. Okay, now I know what I did. Hmm. There we go, that's cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's throw in. Yeah, very nice. Okay, let's throw in another poll. But this time, let's make it a bit of fun since we are RPG fans. I don't know if all of you have played Wild Arms, but let's see. This will be a very interesting poll for me. Because I love both. So hard to pick. Need to think how I'm going to make these chords possible. We have one vote for Rudy. Oh, okay. Here's a... Ooh. I have not played Alter Code F yet. I want to, but I have to admit part of the reluctance is I love the old gameplay style of the original, and when I heard they dramatically changed it, it's like, part of me is like, I'm sure they did a good job. I wouldn't mind checking out, but part of what drew me into Wild Arms was the adventurous style gameplay where you find weapons for like and skills, like you find arms for Rudy, and it's just so cool. And like how you can find skills for Jack Van Burris. Now, since this is a Suikoden stream, I am going to show you guys. Ah, no, I can't. Because, okay. This kinda is a spoiler. Because I actually do a bit of voice acting. But it's a pretty big scene from the second game. Would you, I don't know if you can mute your, do you want to just mute, if you haven't played 2, maybe just mute for a second, like, to turn it off, because I really want to show this particular line. How does that sound? Mike, and I can let you know when I've finished doing the line. It only takes like 1 minute. Not even a minute, like 20 seconds. Okay. I'm starting now. It took hundreds to kill me, but I killed humans by the thousands. I am sublime. I am the true face of evil. Okay. I have a few different voice types for him, but I don't know why I always get like really inspired by Vegeta. For some reason I just think of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Like every time I'm like, how do I do his voice? Do that one, that one. Thanks. Because I do a lot of voice impressions, like Ridge Racer. Like, I do a voice like this. Ridge Racer! We're ready and waiting for you. Come on, pull up to the starting line and rev your engine. I always love the voices in, like, Japanese video games. So yeah, I always like to imitate that. And then there's that guy from Daytona. Man, that guy goes crazy though. So now what we need for the strings, I'll just say strings 2. Okay, so we're going to need another Suikoden song, by the way, because let's make it a 3-song thing. Oh yeah. Like, honestly, I love all those retro arcade style games. They always just got me so pumped up. Always did. Really, I feel like the 90s and early 2000s, it's hard to match that time. I was thinking about it, and I feel like that's why with kids now, so many kids are into like the mobile game services and all that, where it's like you're encouraged to be at home more. But I feel like for my childhood, it was like gaming was something where you actually would go out, like it was actually something like it was a big deal to go to the video library and rent a game. It was like, oh wow, we don't, like, oh, I want to play this game. I can't wait to go to the video library. Exactly, like going to the arcades, going to the video library. It was just, everything, going to Blockbuster, yeah, like video libraries, like Blockbuster and Video Easy, going to Time Zone. Those were the best times. Sega World. Yeah, we had Sega World in Sydney. It's just one of those things where there was so much hype about it. So, like, I would love to see games. Like, I would love to see a bit of that, I would like to see that kind of marketing come back to a degree for games where it's like there's hype beyond just buying games. Like, there's almost like it's a going out kind of experience. Like, I know arcades are still around, but I just feel like the experience is a bit different. But, as I was mentioning, what should be the third and last Suikoden 1 or 2 song to add to the medley list? Ah, wait, you're able to hear the... Okay. Ah, so everyone can hear the music. Oh, Battle of Fates is so cool. I did not know that it was audible. Haha, audible. Yeah, it's funny, I was thinking about that service called Audible. It's, I haven't really used that before. Oh, distant mountain, people of great pride. Ooh, wow, I think, let's say, Suikoden, distant mountain. Just, I think I know. People of great pride and distant mountain, I know those two. Yeah, those are... Ooh, yeah, I know distant mountain. Actually, I was thinking about that one last night, like, how that'd be cool. People of great pride, let's say. Oh yeah, the dwarves. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think Distant Mountain, purely because it works, in my opinion, from a... Like how I see Distant Mountain... How I see Distant Mountain is that it's got a bit more of that softer vibe, because currently we've got heart softening theme, so we've got that real like that bass theme where you're just listening to it and it's like just relaxing. Then you've got the Gregminster theme, so you've got that city theme where it's got a bit more of that energy. And then you've got, and if you add in Distant Mountain, it's technically, it's not a dungeon, but it does count as a different kind of area. So we've covered 3 different kinds of maps. So I'm going to go for Distant Mountain. Hmm. I think I can do that again. Okay, got that working. I like the victory theme. Then, yeah, the victory theme actually sounds really good. I can definitely go with that. I actually don't have a problem with the victory theme being next, to be honest. But yeah, like whatever works for everyone, I'm good with that. I just love making Suikoden music, so it's like any excuse to do it is always a good thing. Okay, now I know what's going on there. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay, how do I... It's always weird when I have that kind of thing going on. Okay, this will work. Actually, just on the topic of wild arms, funnily enough, my first ever YouTube video when I was a teenager, because as soon as I was a teenager, I thought, you know, I want to record myself playing the piano after I finished high school. I've deleted that account because personal reasons, but yeah, my first ever YouTube video that I made properly where I showed my face on camera was me playing Into the Wilderness on the piano. Good times. Great, now I'm feeling nostalgic. ah. But yeah, it was truly a memorable time for me. The original Wild Arms, I feel like Gensou, Suikoden, and Wild Arms, they're those kinds of series that they just hit different. Like I love Final Fantasy, and funnily enough, I've beaten more Final Fantasy games than I have Wild Arms, oddly enough. But I just feel like as much hype as Final Fantasy gets, I've never really understood how it can be hyped to the point where it's like, oh yeah, well, Suikoden and Wild Arms, oh, they're not as big as Final Fantasy, but it's like, okay, maybe they're not they're not as mainstream. Like, I can tell, obviously, they're not as made to appeal to a wider group of people because of the visual style. I like the graphics being more like on, obviously more reminiscent of Super Nintendo titles. And even when they did go 3D, they weren't going all out like with the budget for PS2 Final Fantasy games. But to be honest, I never really felt like that really meant much. Like you hear a lot about the talk about, oh, kids back in those days only cared about 3D. But we were all kids back then, and I mean, we all liked and we all loved playing games like Suikoden and Wild Arms. So, I feel like, is it true that kids only cared about that kind of thing, or... And look how famous Pokemon got. Pokemon was selling like hotcakes, and that wasn't 3D. So I wonder if it ever has to do with what kids actually want, or kids being told this is what you should want. Yeah, it's not hard to even see why. Like I love Final Fantasy X, and I appreciate 12 a lot more now than I did. But Wild Arms 3 was bloody awesome. I love Wild Arms 3. Like, the overworld's a bit annoying, but the music is just top shelf. I know. Now, now, I don't know if my niece is watching this, and she is a fan of both Valorant and Genshin, so it's like I'm halfway like I'm just thinking, yeah, kids these days and Genshin and Valorant. On the other hand, I'm thinking, don't worry, I'm not talking about you. Exactly. And I really want to be a part of that scene. I really want to get games out there for kids to see that remind them of what we grew up with. I want to be a part of that because it's something I genuinely believe in. It's something that I think that if kids if kids just see what the AAA developers are saying, oh, this is what you've got to see, then I feel like it stunts them a bit. Like, and I know I keep saying the word like, so saying stunted is kind of funny. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. I feel like I'm fine with the Genshin impacts. I'm fine with these games being out there. They're not for me, but I know that they are for a lot of other people out there, especially kids today. But when I played Undertale, it felt so familiar. Like, I know it's a bit of, oh, great, he's talking about Undertale kind of thing. I know, like, how hyped it is. But that's how Undertale really made me feel. I remember when Undertale came out. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, like, I'm not a big fan of gacha. In fact, I'm not a fan of gacha at all, to be honest. I've actually been baited into gacha before. But, like, what I was saying with Undertale is that I feel like it appealed to me on a greater level than a lot of other indie titles. Well, not even just indie titles, just any game out there. Because it just catered to a sense that it had modern features, but it also felt very retro in the right ways. But there is another game. I'm going to recommend a game to you all. But this recommendation comes with a bit of a caveat. Like, there is a bit of a warning in there before I can recommend this game. So, I know some of you on here like horror games. I'm a huge horror game fan. I mean, I love horror media. There is a psychological horror RPG game made in RPG Maker 2000. It was made in the 2010s. Now, this game is amazing. It's amazing. From a writing perspective, it broke me. But this is what I gotta say, this is one of those games that if you're gonna play it, no, it's not Corpse Party, but it is also made by a Japanese developer. It's called, and I'll type it out because I know my Australian English might make it come out weird. It's called End Roll. End Roll it's amazing. Like, gameplay wise, it's not going to blow your mind, but it's still solid. But the visuals are very, like, colourful and charming, but you know that the game's going to mess with your head. By the end of the game, you'd be feeling like actual, like, depression. Like, you'd be depressed by the end of the game. It's really brutal but beautiful at the same time. And you only ever have to play it once. It's a real easy game to play. Takes about... Oh yeah, me too. Now all I have to do is release my game. Actually, do you guys want to see my game? Yeah, I can tell with, like, you probably saw footage of End Roll based on that. Yeah, End Roll is brutal. It's... Man. I don't think a game's ever really made me just feel like just sitting there thinking, why? I know. Don't be fooled by it looking friendly. Don't fall for it. By the end of this game, you're gonna hate people by the end of it. Yeah, this is one of those games. Actually, I don't know if you guys... Exactly. Now, speaking of indie horror games, I have alluded to this, but I am actually, like I said, I am a game developer. Would you want to see the first 5 minutes of my game? Because it is inspired by Wild Arms and Suikoden, but it's a horror RPG, but it's a bit different other horror RPGs. Okay, I'll show you. Okay. So, share my other screen. That's actually not going to be the title. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's not capturing it, is it? Did it capture it or no? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. What I'll just do then, I'll do it like this. That? No. Definitely not that. That? No. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Is there a way to... So, you're actually one of the few groups I've actually shown this game to. So, I've gone for a bit of a style. Huh. Ah, it's frozen. Wait, I'll do it again. Just, there we go. That title screen's not going to be the same one, though. And yeah, the camera movement is a bit jittery at the moment. I need to fix that, but... So how this game works is you don't get weapons. Your weapon is already with you in the first place, but you can, yeah. See how it shows doubles, like, because I disabled the battle animations? So he actually won't look like this in the battle screen. It's just until I fix it up. So, thanks Sadie, it was good seeing ya. Yeah, it's RPG Maker. So yeah, things like that, trying to get around it. But yeah, if I could. So yeah, like I made a rat, you can animate it and all that, but... okay, yeah. So that's just how it looks. Actually, yeah, and that's a good point to finish the game off as well, just so I leave the game as a bit of a surprise to everyone. Because if I didn't leave it as a surprise, then you would know what the game is like. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. But, yeah. But yeah, this is the game that my team and I are working on, and the music is in, like, I was inspired by Wild Arms and Suikoden for the music, and Final Fantasy. Like, I'm trying to, like, I'm going for a bit of retro style soundtrack. Yeah, like, for the visuals, I decided I would draw everything, so I replaced a lot of RPG. Like, everything you see there is custom drawn by me because I had to learn how to draw pixel art. Took me a long time to learn. Oh man, how many times did I have to edit this game? Like, I started from scratch. There are a lot of failed attempts at drawing characters, I can tell you that. But it was a really good experience. And hopefully I'll have the game out by this year. And at the moment I'm waiting as well on my title screen. But yeah, like I think that part of the reason, and this is now actually something that's really related to Suikoden as well. I know what you mean. There have been so many times where I wanted to give up. So many times. It's a nightmare. Like, I had to learn how to make music properly. I had to learn animation, pixel art, drawing portraits. But I didn't draw those portraits. My mate is working with me. He's a really talented artist, and he's helping me out in that department. Yeah, like knowing how to make a compelling battle system, puzzles, mapping, not even just pixel art, drawing pixel art for characters, but backgrounds. And that's just all like the game development aspect of it. Like, and there's even more I didn't even mention. Like, then you gotta get into things like promoting your game. It's understandable why a lot of people try game development out and then just like, nah. Exactly. Like, a lot of people would rather work in big teams and sacrifice a personal vision because at least you get to work in the industry and you can make money out of it. However much that can be, like, depending on the kind of team you're working in. But at least you're able to make something out of doing what you love. But if you're going to do indie game development, you really do have to be prepared for pain. It's like you'll have nights where you can't even sleep because you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to implement this? It's all broken. I'm like, I spent hours and hours working on it. It's pretty much that. And like, you just gotta, it's so much problem solving. So yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying as well with it. That with game design, you spend, if you're working by yourself, there are more mistakes that you're probably going to make. And yeah, exactly. It is literal development hell. I'm just grateful that had a lot of support over the years with my game development. And actually, this is why I'm trying to build up my music channel, this particular YouTube channel. Part of its purpose is I'm trying to gain a subscriber base so that because people know I make music for games. I do covers, I do originals, I talk about Suikoden, Wild Arms, Breath of Fire, Grandia, so many games. I'm trying to build up that profile on here so that when it comes to my other projects, like when I tell people, yeah, I am a game developer and I'm making the music for my game, and since a lot of my music already is about RPGs, I would have attracted a lot of RPG fans. So if I'm making music for an RPG, then it'll attract a lot more attention that way. So that's part of what the channel's purpose is, trying to get my profile out there. I mean, trying to get me out there a bit more. I'll show you guys what my current progress is with this song. I mean, with the medley. Let's go from here. So that's what I've got so far. Okay, let's see. What more can I add to it? Okay, so we know Distant Mountain is the next song. Oh wait, just ask, what are your favorite indie horror games out there? Ah, okay, I could have done that. Okay, I did not know I could do. Actually, let's give another poll. Start a poll. Okay, what's a good music software for a beginner to learn? I'll say this, Reaper is really good. Like when I was just starting out, Reaper, it's like there are great ones out there. I know people have recommended quite a few, but Reaper, it's very easy to use. And it comes with good plugins too that can help you. Like, but you don't even need to use the plugins. It's just very user friendly. Like I can even show you here. So on like Reaper, as you can see from the interface here, you've just got your instruments. You can go into the MIDI section. Even if you're playing keyboard, it really doesn't matter because it's just you get to see everything. You get your, like, you can just right click on notes and it just is very easy to understand. So you get your note velocity, so how hard the note's gonna sound. I've never had to really use the notation for how they use voices and all that. You rarely ever need to use this, like you can, but it's not a must. There are other ways around it. It's really, like, it's really good to use. And even like commands, like you can right click the top here and you get everything, like if you want to split it, like and separate sections. It just works so well. You've even got a marker section. So let's say you want to, insert tempo, time signature marker. You can change the tempo really easily. So you don't even need to change it from here. I mean, like if you want to change the tempo for a section of the song, you can change it here. And like it estimates your position, estimates it's where your position is. Time signature, you can change it all. In regards to, absurdist horror. Yeah, I like narrative. Like, I like horror that focuses on narrative. That's why I think you'd really like End Roll. I think with Off it's a I don't know actually. I think it is a remake. Or remaster. I haven't played the original yet. Yeah, I highly recommend Reaper. And you can, I think, start off for free. I think it at least has a long trial session. So, I don't know if you can get it for free, but you do get you get like a trial session with it. And if it looks like it's for you, yeah, like, I highly recommend it. My only problem with Reaper, but this could be a problem with my computer, is that, like it'll close, like it'll just turn off. But I think that might be a problem with my computer because I have been having problems with operating it at current times. Ooh, so Off, like it's a really good game in music, so, like for music. And I know it's made by a French developer, I think. There was a guy I met in the city. I tell you, you can't make this stuff up. I go to the city and I meet this guy who's on the piano in town hall, and we just start talking to each other. Next thing I know, we're talking about RPG Maker games. Random guy in the city. And we're just talking about RPG Maker, horror. And he goes, oh yeah man, you gotta play Off, it's really good. I'm like, okay, yeah, like I think I've heard of the guy, yeah. And this guy, he's actually a really talented musician as well. Ooh. I want to play Off, but I'm just so... I don't know if any of you also have this problem. There's so many games I want to play, but I get so sad because when I want to play them, I keep thinking, oh, but I should play this game first or something. And then I just go back to what kinds of games that's like, oh yeah, I want to, I love Suikoden and I love playing the remasters. But I have to admit, part of me is tempted to just be like, I want to play this Super Nintendo game that people have been talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Ihatovo. Yeah, Ihatovo Monogatari. It's a Super Nintendo game from 1993. It looks like an RPG, but it isn't. It's just an adventure game where you just... Well, not even an adventure, it's just like you're traveling in a small town. Yeah, exactly. I've got such a long backlog and it stinks. It's like there are games I really want to play, but then I'll just be like, oh man, look, Suikoden, I love it. It's a safe choice. I'll play that. And it's yeah, I just finished work. I'm not feeling playing this game now. Uh, so yeah, it's not obvious. Obviously, it's not a problem with games like Wild Arms or Suikoden. I genuinely love playing them, but I do feel like I don't experiment as much with the games I play as much as I'd like to. I feel like I do sometimes go back into or even Breath of Fire 5 Dragon Quarter. I kind of rotate sometimes between these games rather than try something that might give me a new appreciation for how games are made. I am trying to break out of that, but it's a very hard thing to do. I feel like we human beings, we're creatures of habit. We go for our safe, a lot of us will go for our safe options because we know it's there. Exactly. And that's what I love about playing Suikoden. I love how I can go down memory lane. I can appreciate the well-written story and the characters, how they make me feel. I love listening to the music, just relaxing to it. I love hating on Luca Blight, but also somehow defending him, in a weird way. I'm like, look, he's evil, but he's got a backstory. Familiarity is it's a funny thing, isn't it? So yeah, like that is my experience with games. I do want to start. Actually, I'll send you guys a link to this now. I will show you the wiki, just because I don't know where I'd be able to show you guys anything else on it. But this is one game I really want to play. Hmm. Exactly. Suikoden, you can't lose with Suikoden. There are just so many great characters and stories. And I've got to say, that's something Wild Arms does excel at as well. Even if less in the story department, it does have a coziness to it, and the character development is brilliant. Ah, that's right. By the way, I drew something for the last stream. This is what I've been working on. What I drew for the artists hangout. This is what I drew. Wakaba is my favorite Suikoden character, so yeah, this was a lot of fun to draw. Ah, I haven't heard of Galactic Railroad. Let me just see what is Galactic. Oh, okay. So this is by Kenji Miyazawa. Heh, thank you. Oh, which one? Oh, yeah, Wakaba. Yeah, I love Wakaba. Favorite character. Well, one of my favorite Suikoden characters. Yeah, like I'm looking at Night on the Galactic Railroad right now. Damn, that's so cool. Okay, now I need to check this out. Looks so interesting. So Kenji Miyazawa died at a very young age. Wow. Honestly, this is what I love about live streams as well. You learn something new. Damn. Kenji Miyazawa, his stories seem very interesting. It makes, like, I don't know if I've ever thought about it from this perspective, but it gets me thinking sometimes about how many stories are out there, how many amazing stories are out there, and we just don't know about them. Just look down. I mean, you only have to even look at Gensou Suikoden. Gensou Suikoden being based on water margin. That's an incredible thing in itself. Agreed. Yeah, we are. It's funny, my mum would, it's funny, my mum would tell me about the stories she was told as a kid. And yeah, I feel like that's something that we human beings, we can all understand. We all have a story to tell. Sometimes it's a very fictional kind of story. Sometimes it's something very realistic. But we all have something to share with other people. And it's a beautiful process, even if sometimes the stories aren't what people would always like to hear. We pass on something that it's embedded in life forever, even if people have passed away and can no longer tell those stories. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can get Distant Mountain done, eh? Haha, exactly. Hey, it wouldn't be a stream It wouldn't be a stream if it didn't get philosophical. It especially wouldn't be a stream that I am like hosting if it weren't philosophical. Yeah. I feel like this is the part where like my streams just get really deep. It's like next time on Zachary and the Universe. It's like, oh no, he's doing it again. Considering that I want to be performing in front of people, like live performances, and like I like doing narration with it, like, and I've actually got a band as well. I feel like I can actually imagine me like interacting with the audience. I'm like, so people, why are we here? What are we doing with our lives? And blah, and you just see my band members look at each other like he's doing it again. Someone tell him to stop. I can halfway imagine that. It's like, oh no, he's at it again. Philosophy is too much fun. Too much fun. Next thing you know, an hour goes by and it's like, well, what was I talking about for an hour? Oh yeah, life. So let's see, how about this sound? This one would be good. Yep, I've started incorporating distant mountain into it. Let's see. Okay, this is starting to work. It's funny how it's actually not even really a long medley. It's just, it works. Um, okay, here's a question, and since we brought up Wild Arms, favorite Wild Arms song? Yeah, Into the Wilderness is amazing. What about Donna Toki Demo Anata wa Hitori Janai? Yeah, Hitori Janai. Yeah, which is You'll Never Be Alone No Matter Where You Go. The opening to Wild Arms 2. Oh, I also love Advanced Wind. Advanced Wind is such a... Oh, it's such an awesome song. Actually, I performed Advanced Wind with my niece and nephew. We're at a church performance. And yeah, we played Advanced Wind. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It was supposed to come out this month, but they had to delay it. They just announced it recently. They're like, guys, we gotta delay the game. It's like, no. But I guess it's better that it at least comes out sometime, like, and with the polish it needs. But still, I just am like, I want to play Wild Arms. What's that? Yep, there we go. Exactly. Oh, I agree. Like, Armed Fantasia's gonna be something special. I hope. I really hope. It's just... I just would love to be able to play another Wild Arms game. Not enough people make Wild Arms style games. Actually, while you're waiting on that, I haven't played it yet. I know it's probably not the most polished game, but there is an indie developer who made a game called The Curse of Mount Madre. And it's like, it's a spiritual sequel to Wild Arms. I'll just say Curse of Mount Madre. Yeah. Wait. Inspired by Grandia? This guy said, oh yeah, it's inspired by Wild Arms and Grandia. Not many people have played it, which is sad, but would like to say, because it looks really interesting. It actually looks like a Wild Arms. Like, and it looks like a lot of love for Wild Arms is in it. Let them cook. Yeah, like I'll definitely let them cook. I'm all for that. If we get an awesome Wild Arms inspired game, I am all for it. I need to think about how I'm going to incorporate Greg Min stuff. So that goes there. Here we go. This is actually turning out to be a pretty nifty kind of fusion. Yeah, there are actually a few Mega Man Legends games coming out, like inspired games coming out. How about any Sonic fans here? Like Sonic Galactic. I've been playing Sonic Galactic. That I played a little bit of it, not much of it, but man, that looks good. I'll be right back. Yep. And I'm back. Okay. Yeah, my mom was just looking for something in the room, but and I am back. Mega Man. Oh wait, how about Mega Man X? Any fans of Mega Man X in here? Make the piano a bit loud. Yeah, me too. I grew up with, honestly, Mega Man. Too good. Ah, but how about, have you ever played Battle and Chase? That was, I think, my first Mega Man game. Love that game. Wish there was a sequel. I think I can move this. I think I can shorten this a bit. I can shorten that, and that, and that. Alright. Okay, yeah. Mega Man Battle and Chase. It's one of those games that if you play it now, you can definitely see its age as a game. But back then, it was actually a really good game. And still is a fun game. Like, it's something that I think showed the potential of a Capcom kart racing game. I think I can actually have this. So, do you prefer Mega Man Legends or X or Battle Network or Zero? Like, do you have a preference? Oh yeah? Yeah, I know those. I know the portable screens. I've seen them. But I never had a portable PS, but I know the screens that you're talking about. Those are so cool. Oh, I'd love to see that, to be honest. Mega Man Legends, it really is an awesome. Like, Mega Man Legends, it's just hard not to get into it. It's such a good game. But yeah, the side scrollers, I haven't played Mega Man Zero, but I remembered in high school a guy that I knew was emulating it on one of the school computers. I think he had it on his USB. I think he was playing on that VBA. I think that's what it's called. And he was playing Mega Man Zero on there. Great times. Hey, now we're getting some about the song. But let's see. Yeah, Mega Man Legends 3 should have happened. It's disgusting that it didn't. I don't know what the heck. I think Keiji Inafune was responsible for that. He is so hated. Keiji Inafune. A guy who people just can't rally around that guy. Ah. Yeah, Inafune, I feel like any bit of faith that people had in him just died with the cancellation of Mega Man Legends 3 and Mighty Number 9. And people still talk about how he was saying, oh, we're trying to aim, like, I want to aim for a Western market, like, I want to make things catering to Western gamers. And it's like, buddy, you know Western gamers like Japanese games, right? Like, what are you doing Inafune? What are you doing? I feel like whoever, like, whoever he's worked for, like, I know he's worked for Capcom, obviously, but every, like, I don't know if he, let's see, where does he work now? Okay, so he had done work for Level 5. Like, but now he doesn't even work for them. I feel like all the companies that he worked for, I feel like they should have just said, buddy, you're not getting on the mic. You are not getting on the mic. By the way, I can show you all the progress I made with it so far. I'd like to get it to about 2 minutes. Let's see if I can make it a 2-minute medley. It's starting to come together. But here's something, okay? Suikoden. Okay, here's something. I don't know if we've got enough numbers for a poll, but Final Fantasy, and since you've played Tier Christ, you could definitely add in this conversation because I'm talking about any Suikoden entry. Which series out of Wild Arms, Final Fan or franchise out of Wild Arms, Final Fantasy, and Suikoden, which do you think handled the fantasy style best? Because that one is a pretty interesting question, because they all have their own take on fantasy. And even there's a lot of different ways that they've handled fantasy per entry. Okay. Let's see. what I was talking about was since you've played Suikoden Christ, I was saying, yeah, yeah. That is true. Yeah. Indeed. Okay, we're reaching that. I think this will work. So it's mostly there. Alright, let's have a listen to what we've got so far, eh? Let's have a listen. I'm getting most of it, but I feel like the piano here needs to be maybe come in a bit later. I think that works more. Okay, I get it. That can be later and go there. And that works a lot better. I feel like it just flows better. But yeah, I think, like you said, Final Fantasy did just become 80s sci-fi and classic fantasy put together. Makes a lot of sense, actually. With Suikoden, yeah, that does sound better. When you move this here, it just works so much better. And then I can go da 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 da. Now let's hear this part without the string. The strings are there, but let's say. Ha! Before the Fire Nation attacked. Yeah, that actually is just Gensou Suikoden. I mean, especially when you play 2. I mean, even the original, yeah, but 2 especially fits in this mold. I feel like it should just be called JRPG plot. Well, not JRPG plot, there are different plots, but yeah, like medieval fantasy, like high fantasy plot. Everyone was in harmony until the Fire Nation attacked. It's like, oh no, Ozai's gone mad again. It's funny, I'm on an Avatar Last Airbender forum, group on Facebook, and seeing all the stuff people say, it's just so damn funny watching people talk about Avatar. Yeah. I know! I mean, I shouldn't even be laughing. It's actually horrifying to watch Luca Blight do what he does best. It's like, next time on Luca, stop using fire. No! The guy just, I love when Kiba actually tells him, Sire, maybe we should stop. And he's like, no! When your own generals are telling you, bro, quit. Please, don't do it. You're like, you know you've got a problem. Now how do I end this? Let's see. Hmm. Maybe I can add in one more song to end the medley. Well, I've already just thought of it. It's actually two songs. It's the opening, it's the end of the opening to Suikoden 1 and the end of the opening for Suikoden 2. I'm going to combine them together and I know how I'm going to do it. Let's Yes. Yeah, Joey playing the long game. That was a big moment. That was a big part of the story. So, got most of it done now. Ye- Yep, almost there. Da-da-da. To think it's coming to a close. So close to the finish line. Thanks. Yeah, it is getting like it's very atmospheric. That's how I want it to be. Like I want it to have a bit of a climax to it. I think I can do this part better though. Hmm. I think it's this that throws it off a bit. How about this instead? Nope, too fast paced. Yeah, like I'm trying to mesh it all together because I feel like that would help it out a lot, but let's see. Hmm. And yeah, so he's on. Then we end it on. There we go. Okay, so now I've got the structure there done. I just need to add the final bits to it, and we've done it. By golly, we did it. We did it. Yeah. Yeah, this is the hard part. Oh, I know how I can fix that. Yep, let's go. Hmm. Whew, I mean, we're so close now as we've got that down. That's why I wanted to make it like this. Yeah, so let's go like dun 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 dun. Okay. So let's see, maybe the organ can also play a role in this somehow. No, I don't think it's necessary. Whew. It is tough making a medley like this, I will admit. But it's been good. I mean, it's all in fun anyway, though, at the end of the day. To be honest, yeah, like, I feel like maybe the organ can, like, have a bit of a basic role here. Hmm. This is the one part. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think. Yeah. Let's have a listen to it, eh? As a whole, let's see how this goes. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so put it. Now, of course, I can always improve the sound in other ways as well, but let's see. and there it is. I mean, like, there are things I'd like to fix up about it, but I think, yeah, members, it's hit pretty much the 4 hour mark. That's how long I was hoping it would probably last to go for it. So, what I think I can do with that, I can use some time throughout the week to clean it up, make it, like, work more, and yeah, and then I'll release the final version on YouTube. Now, since the stream is coming to a close, because I'm also going to have to eat dinner and probably have to rest my ears for a while, no? Exactly, a fix for another day. Amen. But I have to mention something before the stream is over. The other thing I was hoping to promote during the stream, which I kind of didn't get a chance to really do, but there is an event we are still promoting. It is still on. It is the La Passione Commuove. I don't know how to say it properly. So let's call it La Passione. It's the project the Suikoden Day team, like we've all been prepping for. We are looking for vocalists who know how to sing the song, or even like if you don't have to be a professional singer. We're just looking for people to sing for the event. So yeah, we're just looking for people who want to join in. And yeah, because we've already got the music ready, we just need the voices. So I'm going to start promoting for that very soon. But with all of that said, I'm calling it a day with this stream. It was definitely a very successful stream. I thank everyone for coming to watch. And I will catch you all next time. And happy Suikoden Day.